this debut is gonna be a totally flop. Ciao guys, welcome to Queenship, the perfect place for you if you love K-pop. My name is Barry, an Italian journalist living in Lisbon. I'm not a K-pop guru, I'm just a guy who enjoys this kind of music, and today I'm coming back for another very special video about BTS because I'm gonna talk with you about the second chapter of BTS Behind the Story. This video is the first part of the second chapter. If you didn't see my videos about the first chapter, you can find it here and here. Oops, I forgot. If you want to see more videos about BTS or if you want simply support me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You have only to click the button below. It's totally free and it's very important to me. Grazie. Now let's get the party started. In the first chapter, the BTS members are talking with us about the training. They are in some part of the book, they neither know if they are going to debut or not. In this part of the book, the beginning of the second chapter, they already know that they are going to debut. But if you believe it or not, this will be the hardest part of their journey and not the training. Why? There is a very specific date that the guys want to share with us. And I'm talking about the 12th of June of 2013. This is the day before their debut. And what happened on this date? We think that only one day and they finally will debut, so they will be so excited for this moment. Sometimes the things not going in the way we want, and this is the case. Because on the Numbers website, it was published a post that the BTS is going to debut and have a special showcase with all the fans and the audience. Well, a lot of users replied telling that this debut is gonna be a totally flop and we never hear about BTS members. I want to read something in the book. These are two comments that was online in that period. The first one said, they are probably not going to last song. The others, Bulletproof, Boy Scouts is a stupid name. Well, I want to reply to these comments saying, who's talking now? Unluckily for you for all these bad comments, BTS are still in the industry and they are one of the biggest group in the world. Fun fact. So this is a really good revenge for them. Also because guys, not because I'm talking right now about the BTS, so that I'm saying this, who's laughing now? But for me, it's really stupid and really bad leave comments like this. Can be BTS, can be Twice, can be Blackpink, can be Stray Kids, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, your cousin, your schoolmate, I don't care. Why you have to spread hate? In particular, when we are talking about guys that were trying to make their dream come true and they work it so hard. Be respectful. If you don't like them, it's okay, but don't write bad comments. Or there is a simple way to say, okay, this is their music, I don't like it. It's okay, it's personal taste. But this kind of things get me so mad, really. But this is not only the difficult part of this moment, because we have to think about it, that also how they described in the book. The year before of debut, the EXO joined the K-pop music. And the year after the BTS debut, we have the Winner by YG Entertainment. The Winner was already popular before the debut because they were in this survival show, Win Who's Next. We are talking about two big agencies in compared to the big entertainment that was a really small company. So the BTS that time didn't have the same promotion of these two groups that were the two biggest competitors at that time. And they had only their blog to promote themselves. And think that R.E.M. made a post and the first comment, it will be right only 3 days after the published post. So it was really hard for them. But this blog in their YouTube channel, that time that YouTube was not so popular as now, I think, it was really important for them because thanks to these two instruments, they were able to build their own identity. In particular, if you think that the rapper line of the BTS started to publish their mixtape, before the debut, we had a video by Jimin dancing. So they trying to get known by the people in this way. Was really unfair in compared to the other groups, but also because we have to think by, unfortunately, the flop by the glam, so the budget was really low in compared to the beginning. They were really tired in that period, really, because they have to practice, learn the choreography. They were tired also by the mental. That was really hard for them, also because people start to accusing them to copy the Big Bang. And also they say that the BTS want to steal the popularity and get more popularity by the Big Bang. That for me, this is totally crazy, because if a group respect another group, there is nothing bad also in this period. So the haters in the beginning of your journey, neither the beginning, because they have still to debut, were a huge number, but BTS will win. One important thing in compared to the other groups, that maybe the other groups didn't have so much power to decide which kind of music they want to do or which kind of message they want to send. BTS in that case, yes, because the songs of their first mini album, Too Cool for Skool, talk about this, about the stressful period that they is gonna live in that moment. They live it in that moment, okay? And also think that the company leave to the rap line of the group the possibility, the choice to write their own lyrics. And R.E.M. tell us about a fun fact about this, a behind the scene of the making of their first mini album, that he wrote like 29 versions of the rap part of the lyrics. It's also because the company gave this freedom to the BTS, but they had to follow the trends of that moment. So what the teenager, what the audience wants in that period. And for R.E.M. and also the other members was really hard, because they get inspired by Eminem, by Nas, that in that period in Korea weren't so popular. So find a connection between these two things was really hard. They have to practice all the day and write the songs during the night. And in this case, we are the Bulletproof Part 2 talks in particular about this topic. Let me read a quote about the song. I pick my pen every night and close my eyes after the sun rises. So how was really difficult for them was a 24 hours of work of non-stop. But as I said in the first chapter, in this case the friendship between all the members will be the secret weapon, because R.E.M. and also Suga didn't know anything about the problem of the teenager in that period. So they started to ask to the youngest members. The other members asked to Jimin if his friends, the people of his age, can recognize themselves in their lyrics. And Jimin really appreciated this thing, because they try to always challenge themselves and they want to always put a better version of themselves, because okay, we have this fight between the hip-hop scene and the idol scene. They try to challenge themselves and find a way to connect these two things. It was really hard to do it. So they never underestimate themselves, they never gave up, and with their friendship they will find this bridge of connection to the hip-hop scene, the period, and the idol scene and the audience. So thanks to their friendship they get through this. During the 2012, the members published this mixtape. This is a special Christmas gift for the fans. That was a typical trainees Christmas. And they talk about this, how was so frustrating that period, because they want to debut, okay? They want to start to make music, yes, but they want to perform. They're gonna debut. They don't want to stay in the limbo anymore. And the song said, even this year, I pulled all-nighters practicing, cry, I'm still a trainee. I really won't debut next year. So they really put themselves in their work. Also in the beginning of their journey, because it was a really hard period. Also in We Are the Bulletproof Part 2 that I really want to hear this song. They talk in particular about this fighting that they have to do, about the hip hop scene and the idol scene. They have to start to think with the idol mind and not the hip hoppers minds. But this song doesn't talk only about this, but also about Jung Kook experience, because he had an atypical student life. He said, instead of going to school, I sang and danced all night in the practice rooms. I want to hear this song so bad. Maybe if you want, I can make their reaction during this week. Also, the guys had a lot of problem to prepare the choreography of their debut single No More Dream. In fact, Jimin tells us in the book that at the time, not right now because they are really improved as dancer, all of them, the choreography was so difficult. In particular, if you think that the rap line, in particular, J-Hope and Suga never danced before, and they have to do this wild movement, Jimmy call it like this, and also all the 7 members have to be in synchro during that choreography. So for them was really hard. Now for them it's really easy to do. This added stress to their life in that period. And also, as I said before, there is the problem about the diet that they have to follow. Jin tells us that during, I don't know if it's a music video or it's a simple performance, I don't know, I have to learn about this. And We Are the Bulletproof Part 2, in certain point in the choreography, they have to show off their abs. So they couldn't eat what they want, but they have to follow the right diet and also work it out really hard. But they didn't know that in that period, with all this really hard work, they were making themselves their own identity, not as idols, but as artists. Because the B-side tracks of Too Cool for School became a template on which later albums would be formatted. And guys, for the moment, this is the end of the first part of the second chapter. I really hope that you find this video interesting, and tell me below in the comments if you already know this thing or if I said something new to you. Some of you that I really appreciate it knows a lot of details about them. We have to write their own book. I will buy it for sure. But as always, I hope to see you to the next time to talk again about this talented boy and talk together about the second part of the second chapter of BTS Behind the Story. Ciao!